Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we are back on Project Cars 2 after a break away for the last 2 weeks. So we are back live racing on PlayStation for the opening round of Pagnian Imports BMW M1 Procar Cup, and it's going to be some exciting racing in these BMW M1s. Tonight we will be racing at Oulton Park International for the opening. So we'll bring up the round details. So we are at Oulton Park International with Division 2 first up. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying. Weather will be overcast, and then the race is 16 laps. Weather is overcast through to medium cloud cover. There's a mandatory pit, and then this series we are running force default setups. Then we'll have a break and head into Division 1, who will race under those same session details. And that will start live again at 8:45 PM Australian Eastern Standing Time. And then the wrap up for the GT3 Challenge in Division 2, we had Belaki take the championship win. In Division 1, we saw Coco Dog take victory for the championship. And then to wrap us up, we were at Circuit of the Americas. We saw Dirty Monkey take victory after qualifying third. And then we had it for Division 1, Coco Dog taking the victory after qualifying in second. Drivers are actually competing for Division 1. A $50 Pagnian gift voucher will come their way. So a fantastic prize courtesy of our sponsors, Pagnian Advanced Simulation. So drivers are already over onto the track now. If you're joining us to the stream, jump in the chat, say hello, don't be shy. Don't forget to hit that follow button as well if you haven't done so. So you notify when we go live. We'll be here the next 5 weeks on Project Cars 2 for the BMW M1 Pro Cars. And we also have iRacing on the Monday nights. And that is with the Formula Vs at the moment. We just have our opening round on Monday gone. Missing a couple of drivers that can't make it tonight, and also some IP clashes going on in the lobby beforehand. We are missing Function, who is deciding to make an appearance after a long absence with the league, so it's going to be good to see him back out on track. He's going to sit this one out. He won't be able to cross over into Division 1, as that time is going to be suitable. It'll be too late for him. So he's jumping in on the stream, listening in. It's saying good to see you back out on track, and hopefully some better luck next week for you, Function. We'll make our way through the list. Lucky Mark. Yeah, some fantastic looking cars in these BMW M1s. If you are a long-time viewer with Apex Esports League, notice in our special events that we held for our Beyond Blue fundraising, we ended up having a teams race using the BMW M1 Pro Cars, because I actually had a red versus blue event. We had teams on the oval using blocking and no rules to essentially try and get one of their team members to take the win. We had a lot of mucking around going on with that event. It was a lot of fun. And we did jot down these cars to make an appearance for a series. Just level that playing field. The force default setups are going to make it interesting. You can see just with Oulton Park just how tight and narrow this track actually is. We'll jump on board for a lap around in a moment. We'll keep going through. So we've got Dirty Monkey. Had a fantastic race in the final round. Poor Dirty having some IP clash issues himself between both divisions for the entire last series in the GT3s, and he finally be able to actually get in for a race, no dramas, and then to go through and take the win and get it all from controller. It's a fantastic result for Dirty. There he goes, his first time lap at 1:42. It's a pretty good time to start off with. I've got Doggy Daddy. Doggy's made a division change. All the best to Doggy, running in the different division. Damn PS man, just taken a solid hit and brought that car back into pits. We've got Simo Sims up. Hey Jurassic Jam, thanks for jumping on the stream. As everyone jumps in on the stream, there is a whole bunch of sound effects controls that you can play over the stream to have some fun. Throw some cheers, applauds, boos, and all the other fun sound effects. We've got Dan Boone. Daddy Monkey absolutely flying in that car at the moment. Frame praise setting a 139.7. That tail slip out. These cars are a lot of fun to throw around, and there is a slight variation for these cars under default setups. They actually do have a special compound, so they got the Pirelli soft slicks as default, where generally a lot of cars, when you force a default, they will actually be running hard slick tyres. In previous series, especially when we've ran default setups such as on the V8 supercars, drivers would usually actually go out for a out lap, come back into the pits, change over to a set of softs, and then get back out for some qualifying. And we even started seeing drivers in the race heading and pit on lap 1, change those tyres over, because you could almost get about 5 seconds difference per lap. Making these cars a better fit while using a default setup. We're not going to be seeing those sorts of strategies being put in place. We've got heights. This Gem, I'm running this to some base PS4. Contemplate running a Pro to be able to do it. I did actually, in fact, order a PS5 just to be able to use that as the broadcast. However, the HDR settings for the game, PS5, the shadows are quite difficult. So any of the darker lighting that gets shed on the car, it actually blacks the car out completely. So it doesn't just darken the colours. As the cars would drive past like this, you would actually just see a completely black side and would not be able to identify the car, so very disappointing. Hopefully some future update changes that. We'll jump on board here just to show the difficulty in visibility, so the damage model on these cars. Once you take a solid hit to the front of that car, it buckles that bonnet, and it is incredibly difficult. So we're actually sitting slightly higher than what the driver would actually be seeing. You know, in our last casual night last week, jumped in and we did some laps around Oulton Park in the BMW. We did actually turn damage off, so it was only visual, but you could not see the corners at all, especially came up over a crest. Leaving Dan to be driving mostly blind for this lap. So we've got a fair few times coming through. There's 6.5 minutes left. We're past the halfway mark for qualifying. And the drivers competing for the championship win. It's crucial to be able to qualify strong. There's 25 points on the line for pole position. And we've had some very close championships of late, so every point counts. Qualifying, and then even that fastest lap bonus points, 5 points in the race can make a huge amount of difference. Spray's still holding pole. Dan's not too far behind, he's going to shave off the 10th and he can steal that pole. Doesn't seem to get it. Not sure if that was an out lap, we'll just see what that last lap was for him. That was a 1:44 that he's just set. A little bit off the pace at the moment. Damn, PS man has some issues. That lap time's being invalidated. I'm pretty sure it's going to invalidate the following lap as well. Usually an off track along that back section. Usually stings you. It just darted up the inside. I think that was Doggy. So these cars just get thrown around. Doggy doing very well, qualifying a 1:39.492, starting him from position 3 at this stage. Had some good consistent pace. Hopefully he can keep that up. This race could this be a big opportunity to get on the podium. Dan's stolen that pole position at 1:38, so he's broken it by half a second. Oh, look at that slide from Dan. Absolutely loving throwing this car around. Just bring his car back in the pits. Hey Phil, thanks mate. He's good to be back alive again. I'm gonna miss being able to get on track and muck around with you guys. I think we're going to have to be doing a fair few little weekend races. Definitely be going to be throwing in some endurance races coming up as well. Dan Boone's not too far off from starting a hot lap. Hopefully we don't jinx him here. We'll bring up, see how much fuel he's got. He's got ample, so we're going to jump on board here. Coming on, start of a new lap. 2.2 off there. They are nice and wide. Down through turn 1 to be able to take as much of that as possible. Band can really throw you off where you're trying to get the car over the right to take this next long left-hander. You see how bouncy this track is. You can just see pop-up headlights on this old BMW as well. Down into the hairpin. Careful not to lock it up. Oh, he's up 1/10 here. Be cementing in that pole time, especially with minute 42. The chicanes, very cautious. It does look like it's actually covered tyre barricades, but it is actually concrete pole right in the middle of them. So making contact to those tyre barriers will stop that car in a hurry. Second chicanes, very careful. Lots of feathering through that right-hander. A lot of off-camber press coming over here, so careful not to spool up and lose traction. Great throttle control. And that back straight, and you get a little bit off balance coming down to the braking zone, so you hit that crest. This is going to be a pretty top-notch lap. He's 3/10 away from his current pole time. So that's a 1:38.9, so it's still quicker than the next time with Spray, a 1:39.1. Gallon. So jumping on. Getting all the Div 1 crew jumping on the stream. Oh, a little bit loose. It's going to cost him though. He saves the car. That's qualifying now done. I do hope my voice will actually hold out tonight. I did actually start losing my voice over the last few days. Go silent just for a little bit. I'm just trying to recoup that voice, or having a coughing fit most likely. We got, oh, Dan's just cost this lap. The 1:38.6 is going to be pretty hard to beat. Half the field has now brought the car back into the pits. It leaves Marky Mark, Pipes and Dan. And it's Dan PS4, so we've got the two Dans now. Taking it cautious, so it looks like AI maybe driving. Dan Burns making a practice pit stop by the looks of it. With mandatory pit, the drivers do need to take note just where that pit entrance is, where the speed indicators are, so you can use every bit of speed on approach. So we've seen races won and lost all through pit stops. Then we have qualifying for the opening round of Division 2. Dan Boone takes pole position, setting a 1:38.2. And the rest of the grid, we will have Spray and Pray, Doggy Daddy, Dirty Monkey, Marky Mark, Hypes, Dan Pierceman, and Simo Simzel. Over to the track now. Yeah, Function definitely sucking that it didn't be able to last in that lobby for those disconnect issues. Hopefully we can get you all sorted, ready for next week. We've got a nice small intimate field at the moment with 8 cars. We're missing Balaki and Coolboy, as well as Function having those connection issues. There we go, all the drivers have readied up. Light's about to go green. First time in the BMW Procar Cup. And look at the quick start for Dan Boone. He flies ahead, leaving Spray and Doggy side by side. Well, they get pretty close through turn 1. Oh, Doggy touches with Pipes, I do believe. Oh, there's more contact. There is absolute chaos going on in the back. That little crest on the track, bouncing the cars across into each other. And it was just a ricochet effect going on down through the back of the field. Simo's car not looking too good of a shape. Simo having all sorts of dramas with that car. Trying to save as much as he can. MPS man caught up in that. There may be a bit of steering issues going on from Marky Mark. Doggy dropped down into 6th position after that, qualifying in 3rd. Looks like Dirty Monkey may have managed to avoid a bit of that chaos. And Heights navigated the off cars everywhere. That's moved himself up into 3rd position. Hey, Belaki. Despite Dan's massive getaway off the grid, he's now got Spray starting to close in. You're going to be off for a couple of weeks, Belaki. Going to bode well for potential 3 championships in the row for you. Yeah, Simo bringing that car in the pits. That car's in real bad shape. Hopefully it's not too long of a repair for him. Oh, side by side between Spray and Dan. Spray edges ahead now. I think they came up into a left-hander. No, right. Yes, it was, sorry. Ray dominated that track position nice and early before the chicanes. Forcing Dan to get slightly offline, so he's now been able to get out of that section a lot quicker. Dan's going to have to try and focus on getting as close to the tail as possible. Well, that's going to cost him a lot of slip down through the final corner. Jeez, Black, it sounds awesome. Put Macquarie and then to Cairns. Enjoy your tripping away, that sounds awesome. Awesome way to start off your school holidays. Looks like Spray's had a few little slips. Allow Dan to try and hold on to that gap. They're teetering around the 1 second mark. Dirty Monkey holding well in 3rd. He is starting to drop off though. He's dropped back to about 7 seconds from the lead. Yeah, weary first corner blues for sure. Front of Simo's car not looking good at all. Those pop-up lights are actually dangling down out of their sockets. Damage on all these cars are phenomenal. This car that is actually just passing the other red and blue car was Dirty Monkey, currently lapping Simo. So it's first, second and third that's now passed. That pit stop being a lengthy stop for Simo. Hopefully he can keep the car out of trouble and use that as his mandatory pit requirement. He may be able to recover a little bit if he can last out these remaining 13 laps. On it with Dan Boone. There's yellow flag. Back straight, not sure who that may be. Oh, trackside there. We're still seeing the yellow square precaution at the chicanes. May have had an off there because I think we've lost someone in the lobby. Alright, so let's drop back down into the 5th position. Cars sound fantastic, screaming out there. And the bumper spray, our race leader, has now put 2.5 seconds. A little bit wide, he'd been going for some very wide slides through that corner on the previous laps. But Dan also having an issue at the same section, so we end up following through. Could have even very well been a bit of debris on track. Quite regular. A lot of drivers will go rather wide and come back on track, and they'll bring that marbling back out on with them. Despite sprays off, he furthers that gap between Dan. Took a little bit longer for Dan to recover. Getting a fair bit of spacing now. The weather's starting to progress over to the medium cloud cover. Okay, yeah, dirt rally for sure there. And these cars don't like it. Once you drop a tyre off, they bite in pretty hard. Pipes moves up a position now that Marky Mark's been in and pit. Now needing just to push as much out of that car over these next coming laps before he pits. See if he can try and keep ahead a little bit. I think he's going to lose that position. He's only got about 8 seconds separating himself from 5th. Over that bonnet for Dan in the race, much better than he was having to cope with in the qualifying. Dirty Monkey's starting to close in a little bit more. He's about 3 to 4 seconds away from Dan. A bit of understeer coming through the chicane, but he managed to pull it up. Lord with Dirty, and he can see Dan Boone just up ahead in the corner. And there is a little bit of debris through that corner. The cars ran a little wide. There probably was a little bit of a cause for Spray and Dan slip through that bend. For all our new viewers, don't forget to hit that follow button. It's fantastic. We were slowly climbing towards that 250 mark as we are nearing the end of the GT3 Championship, and then over the 2-week break we did break that 250 mark. So that's a fantastic milestone, so thank you to all our viewers and followers. Exciting as we journey on to that 300 mark. Great just to see all the support we get. Our drivers, they're out there doing a lot of blood, sweat and tears in practice. And then they put on a great show. And race leader Spray flying out ahead now, 20 seconds between himself and second place, and that is Dirty Monkey. And having served that mandatory pit requirement. It's about 25 to 30 seconds it's costing them for a quick stop. In comes Spray now. Still choosing the pit around the halfway point. Bit of a longer stop. He hasn't got damage, so they must be taking on tyres. Dirty Monkey. Oh, he's nearly missed that pit entrance. That car was diving towards the wall. And we get these lovely pit crew uniforms. Great. Where the camera is pointing there. Get a little bit more accurate time data. So let's see how much time was lost after Dan's pit compared to Spray. That 15-second gap. Past the halfway point, we're going to take a look at the current standings as of lap 9. We have Simo currently on lap 8. We take that early pit stop, so he's a lap down. He's currently sitting in 7th position. And Dan Pierceman running in 6th. Marky Mark running in P5. Pipes in 4th. Marky Mark closing in very quickly on him. Dirty Monkey up in P3. Just lapping Simo. Gandoon running P2. Got a 15-second gap to the race leader. Over to Spray and Pray, the race leader. The 14-second gap over P2. Qualified in second. Had Dan pull away pretty quick off the grid, putting a huge lead over the course of the first half a lap, but he closed that in. And once he got the pass on Dan, he started to pull ahead very quickly each lap. And he's made there in that same corner again. He's not going to boat as well. Lucky he pulled that up as much as he could. So it's only a tiny nudge. Lucky's got the 15 seconds. So it's going to probably cost him 4 or 5 seconds. It's cost him about 6 in the end. And these cars are very soft. You can see the front of the car. There's quite a hefty dent down in the middle. Could be dealing with some potential aero damage. It may slow down the car. 5 laps, you want to hope it's not going to slow it down too much. He starts losing a second in a bit. Could potentially see Dan closing very quickly. This could be his opportunity to be able to take that race lead back. Dirty. Make some contact. It's quite a slide. He fared well in the circumstances. He has pits. He needs to try and avoid having to go back to the pits. That's going to throw his potential podium out the window. Some real weird shading render line across the screen as we sit behind that tree as the cars goes past. Drivers spaced out a fair bit now. There's 5 laps to go. You'll notice the addition of some stuff on our overlays for the screen. So all our members, viewers and followers for Apex Esports League can use a discount code for shopping online at Pagnian Advanced Simulation. So if you go to their website, pagnianimports.com.au, during checkout, what you're going to do is go to the gift cards and discounts code. And if you type in the NLR-Apex-5, you will get 5% discount off your purchase. It's a fantastic offer that Pagnian's done by our league and all our supporters. So a big thank you to Pagnian and Next Level Racing. Myself just recently taking advantage of some discounts and doing some shopping. That's going to bode well for our championship winner of Division 1. They're going to have a $50 Pagnian voucher up for grabs. They can utilise that with their 5% discount. Now they get a nice amount of cash off their order. So we may see some new upgrades coming through for some of our drivers. Especially with even some fantastic prizes coming up in our next series on Project Cars. fantastic cockpit that's going to be up for grabs. I'm sure there's going to be lots of practice being done so our drivers can get their hands on that prize. Dirty Monkeys taking a heavy hit to that front end. That radiator's well and truly visible. Whole front bar's gone. Going to be losing a lot of pace. That downforce on the front end is going to be causing some havoc with steering. That's allowed Mark to move up into P3. Spray definitely losing some pace. I'm not sure if he's either, I think, a little bit more cautious, or if that front end tap that he made with the wall has just dropped some pace off from that car. We're seeing Dan Boone quickly close that gap in. Can he make up 6 seconds over 3 laps? Jesse Jam, what kind of wheels and pedals? And do you know the most common one is actually Logitech G29s. You know, Doggy runs Fnatic. That's who it is that we did lose as well. Nick was in the chat before, saying he wrecked his car and it wouldn't turn right at all. I'm pretty sure that maybe Weary's handle for the Doggy. Not sure if not turning right's a technical issue or if it was from the incident. And he got caught up in through turns 1 and 2. Disappointing. Ah, it is. There we are. So where is Doggy? It was a real unfortunate incident there. Damage causing the car not being able to turn, so he's had to retire out. Very disappointing outcome after a fantastic qualifying. And a good start off the grid. Lap 15. Dirty dropping back very quick with that damage he's got. And the car's not wanting to steer too well at all. For him to be fighting that car on controller as well, that amount of damage. You can see a fair bit of fighting to keep that car straight. Car's a big handful at the moment. Yeah, survive another 2 times around. 12th will still be a good outcome if he can hold that. He's got about 22 seconds between himself and Hypes. All he's got to do is just be able to keep the car on track, not have any issues. Definitely avoid that pits. Otherwise he's going to lose that position. On the final lap now. Spray's managed to keep that gap within the 6 seconds. You'd have to make a pretty crucial error here on the last lap to be able to lose the race lead. Our two race leaders have a very big safety net. 34 seconds separating between second and third. Slippery Mark as he comes on approach for his final lap. Been a fantastic race for Spray. Way to open the series. They're out. Spray's just crossed the line to take victory in the opening round. Well done to Spray. Dan Boone crosses the line in second. Mark looking good for the podium. Got 15 seconds between himself and fourth. Car to contend with. Doesn't need to risk getting around, he just needs to ramp home. There's only one corner left to go. Glides the car across the finish line, taking third, as does, I think that was Dan Fastman's car that he was following behind. Dirty Monkey crosses the line in fourth. Managed to get the car home. There's 30 seconds left for drivers to get the car back across the control line. Be enough to see Pipes to get through. Pipes dives off into the wall. Destroy the car at the finish line. And then we have conclusion for round one in Division 2. Spray and Pray takes the opening round victory. I think he's got the fastest lap of the race as well. It is. He just scrapes it in very on par with Dan Boone. So 1:38.916. And then Dan Boone seeing a 1:38.963. So very closely matched between. At the top of the podium is Spray, so well done. Then in second we have is Dan Boone, and then in third is Marky Mark. And the rest of the stands we have is Dirty Monkey, Pipes, Dan Pierceman, and Simo Simsel. So we'll be inviting in Spray, Dan, and Marky Mark for a chat. Invites shot off to those guys. So if you want to make any comments for me to relay to them, throw them into the chat. They won't be too far off in jumping in. And they're making their way in now. Congrats, Dan. Good drive.
Yeah, too many mistakes, mate. But it was good to. At least I missed the carnage in the first corner, apparently.
Yeah, definitely. It was all unfolding behind us. And you had a pretty good start off from the grid too. You flew away for that.
Oh, I know. I thought I might have jumped the start. I took off at 100 mile an hour. I thought, I've gone too early, but must have been just in front of just on the green. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was all downhill from there, mate.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep it on the track.
He was sitting tight for a while with Spray, and he was very evenly matched in lap pace for a good portion of even the fastest laps. So Spray only just getting ahead of you with a 1:38.916.
Yeah, it was close. So it would have been nice to stay together for the whole race, but them's the breaks.
Yeah.
Maybe for you, mate.
Yeah, congrats, Spray. Good way to start the series.
Thanks, man. Shout out to the normal people. They're not watching. I can hear the TV inside, so maybe that count.
It's like, yeah, hi, mum and dad.
Yeah, just in case, hey. But,
yeah, they might be watching later.
That's it. Every time I heard Dan Boone say, "Oh no, that was," I ran into the wall a few times when he said it, and I thought, "Oh no, don't say that."
Actually, yeah, there was one of that right-hander coming onto the back straight when you went off Spray. Dan followed suit. A few seconds later on the same corner.
He went deeper though, so I was happy.
Yeah,
I saved it. I managed to save it, and he was just off-roading out the back.
Yeah,
I thought, that'll do.
Once I locked the fronts, it was they won't turn with a lock brake, those things at all. So once you lock it, it's all over.
That was like the last corner. I locked it a few times, and I just threw it sideways and accelerated to try and keep it, but it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
and one of your off spray, you just pulled it up in time before making real soft touch to the wall. Did you cop some aero damage from that? Because it looked like it was a little buckled in the front.
Yeah, I copped some damage, so...
It did look like your pace started to drop off a little bit from then on.
Yeah, 5 front left suspension, and then 5 front aero, so...
Yeah, because Dan's gap was starting to close in after that, so I thought you might have had a bit of top-end speed gone.
I sure did.
Yeah, and then a couple of little run-ins with a couple of back markers towards the end there, but it was all good.
That's the way.
Yeah, Dan. I give Dan a bit of a tap into the hairpin. I was sort of thinking he was going to move to the left, and he sort of stayed in the middle of the road, so I tapped him in the hairpin. So I was carrying that same aero damage at the front too for the last couple of laps.
Yeah, they're very sensitive cars. It doesn't take much to destroy the cars.
Yeah.
Great work, Mark.
They're good fun, bud.
Yeah, and we got Mark in here. Congrats on the podium. Good way to start the series.
Yeah, thank you. Very good way to start the series. It was a nice race.
Yeah, the car seemed to be handling nicely and had that nice little gap between you and Dirty in the end once you got past.
Yeah, it seemed like he had a problem with the car. I don't know, but yeah, it was I got the hang of the car after a while.
Yeah, you end up losing that front bar, so it really helped you to be able to keep that gap in the end from him, and then secure your way to the podium. But congratulations, guys! It was a fantastic race to watch, especially with only a little of field, but managed to survive Oulton Park.
Oh,
that's
what
it.
a joy.
Move on to a track with a bit more room.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's not a whole lot for passing here, so he's done very well. So Hockenheim, probably a little bit nicer to be getting around.
I don't know, that hairpin's there's gonna be some skewered cars in there. That hairpin.
Yeah, it'll always catch everyone off guard, that one.
Oh yeah.
Just throw it in and pull the handbrake.
Oh, I have to set the handbrake button for that one. Take care, drift it.
That's it.
Yeah, well done, guys.
All right, thanks, JT.
Congratulations, and look forward to seeing you racing again next week.
Yeah, righto.
Sure
Thanks,
will.
mate.
Thanks, mate.
There we have our podium finishes with Spray and Pray taking the opening round win for Division 2. Dan Boone in second and Marky Mark in third. And we'll be taking a break now as we start to set up for Division 1's race. We'll be heading over for a break, then starting again in approximately about 20 minutes. So at 8:45 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back live with Division 1's race. So 15 minutes qualifying, 16 laps of racing. So stay tuned and we'll be back shortly with Division 1. welcome back to round one of the Pagnian Imports BMW M1 Procar Cup. We did just finish up Division 2, and then we're now heading over into Division 1 session. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying, weather will be overcast, and then the main race being 16 laps. The weather is overcast through to medium cloud with a mandatory pit, and for Oulton Park International, we are in the UK. In-game time for qualifying is 10 AM. Track length is 4.3 kilometers and there are 17 turns. It's been some fantastic racing from what we saw in Division 2. We've got a few more numbers in Division 1. We've got some fantastic action here. There's a lot on the line for our drivers for Division 1. So they are competing for that $50 Pagnian voucher. They can head over and do some shopping on some next level racing gear. Local drivers loaded up at the moment. Make our way down through the list. Cliff. We're up. We have Taijo. Joining us for the stream. Don't forget to jump in the chat, say hello. And do hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. And we have Vortex. To Philly Minilli. Off approach the start of the next lap, so that's just to validate his next lap. We have Coco Dog leading his out laps. This will be his first time lap. Thanks for joining the stream, Sid Crusher. You can cheer on Taijo. Coming into the pits. Some tyre pressure adjustments or even a tyre compound change. Use default setups so you can actually head into the pits and utilise changes to your tyres from there. And we have the head farmer. And the pretender. Steph. Change over from running Division 2 for a couple of series into Division 1. All the best for Steph in the change. DK out on the track now. I think we're just waiting on Big Cliff to get out. We just ran into some issues. Car may be stuck, not sure if he's glitching or not. Might be having some tech issues, might be able to steer at the moment. Maybe he's been having dramas with his pedals. Hopefully they haven't just started to play up on him. Taijo sets first time lap 139.3. Pretty quick opening lap. Vortex also in the 139s. It was less than a tenth away from Taijo's time. So, these guys have been laying down some very quick times. They're going to make some fierce racing. Range of liveries on these cars, very vibrant colours. Few drivers to get a time on the board. Pretender's having a few issues. Pretender was unsure of being able to make it tonight, and circumstances managed to allow him to actually make the race. Did say he wasn't going to have any practice. This will essentially be his practice at the moment during qualifying. Pretender and Mickliffe. Mickliffe got that car sorted out and back out on track. Vortex just took pole with 137.7. Pagnian also improving his time, setting a 138. Well, he's just been bumped down. Ooh, a touch. DK sneaks into position 2. 3 tenths away from Taijo. Jump on board one of the drivers in a moment for a fast lap around Oulton Park International. Jeff setting a time of 141.5. Getting a fair bit of swapping going on towards that top end of the board. Taijo bumping DK down, reclaiming that position 2. Oh no, Phillies just snuck into position 2. 136.989. Nothing between Phillies time and Vortex's. Like 0.014 difference. That's the two of them getting into a 136 bracket. Then have Taijo in with a 137. DK a 138. Got a couple of seconds difference at least, nearly 2.5 seconds. And that's if we're coming in with the 140s, as is the head farmer as well. Dog previously set at 152. That's just improved. He moved up into a 140.9. He can carry this momentum through. Some good pace down through turn 1. Really going to be able to shave off another second or 2 here. That rear slide out, opposite lock. Taijo gets up into pole position. 136.867. Now 10th ahead of Vortex. Vortex currently parked up in the pits. There's 6 minutes remaining. He wants to reclaim that pole. Hey, so many things are jumping on the stream. Coco looking in behind. Pretender looking to get through. Especially if he's on a hot lap, he doesn't want to be held up here. That is Coco. Oh, Pretender has issues going off. Another lap invalidated. He's taking some damage. He's going to have to bring the car back into the pits to start again. Cliff struggling with the car at the moment. He hasn't got a time on the board. There he is. Just under 5 minutes to go. We can at least get a few laps in. Should be on approach the last couple of corners here. Let's get a time on the board for Mick. Must have been an outlap. That was an invalidated one. Not time. So he's going to have to use this lap to get it. Tyjo with Head Farmer in tow. These lap times that we're getting: 1:36 from Tyjo. Vortex taking a solid hit to the front of that car. Philly in the 1:36s. Whereas managed to shave off a couple of seconds. He's down into the 1:38s. Got 1.5 seconds separating our first 5. Hey, Hypes, thanks for jumping on the stream. In 1:39.4. It's qualifying him 7th. Oh, good. Thanks, Sami. Pretty sure this is going to time the board for Mick. That sets at 1:40.3. That's qualifying him in 10th position, but he's only 3.6 seconds away. This field is incredibly tight-knit. Oh, look at where it takes pole position. 1:36.7 has been shaving 2 seconds off per lap over these last 3 laps. On fire at the moment. So we got a driver that's not too far off from commencing a lap. We'll jump on board. So I don't have too many opportunities left. We're going to jump on Galaxy, starting a fresh lap here. See if he improves this lap. He does. 0.8. No movement on the board. That car slide down through turn 1. Throttle control down through that long left-hander. Let's lift to the throttle just to slide that car over around that bend. He's 2 temps up. He's going to be able to take 6th position if he keeps this pace up. Very tight down through the chicanes, uses heaps of that inside curb. Our driver's got a time on the board now. Pretender gets one in. Cautious. Taking those curbs. There is a sausage curb on that outside, the first part of the chicane. You can lift that car up. And it's just going to send that car diving off track. Lost a little bit of pace through that sector. Make up for it for his sector 3. very quick sector. Most of the time can usually be made up through the final corner. Getting this line perfect. It's very hard to see. You can't see that exit curb. Nice lap around. Gallon, that moves him up 2 positions, so you end up making up heaps of time. Lost a 10th through sector 2, then made up 2 tenths in sector 3. That's moved him up into 5th position. So he jumped up ahead of Coco Dog and DK. Just as we say that, Coco Dog bumps Gallon back down a spot. There's qualifying complete. Coco just set to 137.8, securing 5th spot. Wira's got pole with 136.7. Taijo's only going to just scrape in just over a 10th. Oh, it looked like a little bit of lag that actually caused that. That's ended that opportunity. And Vortex still pole here. 2 tenths away. Ooh, he takes a spot. 0.030 away from Wira's time. There wasn't much left in that to be able to take that pole. That is incredibly tight. Target line for Coco. Throws that tail around. Maybe get some sector data. He's 2 tenths up here, coming into sector 3. It's not going to be enough to be able to take another position. Filia heads about 0.9. There he brings it in. There you go, he's got Gallon out there. Is he going to grace us with a burnout for these remaining 30 seconds? Generally these cars don't actually like to spool up too much for a burnout. There he goes, he's going the wrong way. He doesn't want to get a DQ here at the same time. That would be very costly. Rip up the grass at the same time. Destroying the car. Just don't get a grid place penalty coming into the pits. Uses the wall to stop him. There we are. Division 1 qualifying done for round 1, with Wira taking pole in their opening round. And the rest of the grid will see Vortex, Taijo, Philly, Coco Dog, Gallon, DK, Head Farmer, Steph, Mitcliffe, and Pretender. End up being 8 seconds separating the 11 cars, with Pretender getting that lap in. So over to the grid now. Even throwing the chat who you think's going to take the win. That's looking very tight with those times, so this could be anybody's race. There are a lot of fast drivers in there. Don't forget to jump in and use those sound effects controls as well. Have some fun. Throw some applause over for our drivers as they are racing out there. Yeah, Dirty calling for Wira or Taijo as a win. readied up now. A little bit of movement going on around the back there. Not sure who that is. Vortex makes the move on Wirra. Moves up. Wirra loses control a little bit. He's lost a heap of pace. See him drop down into 4th position. Now got Gallon right on his tail. On his chaos going off at the back. DK runs off wide. Not sure if there was some contact in that or not. That sees Philly 1st position. Jay in 3rd, Wirra's dropped down into 4th. He's got Gallon and Coco closing in very quickly. And Dirty, you're seeing that starting grid from there. They do start a fair way back. Looking to have to hold off Head Farmer. Seems to be carrying a heap of pace at the moment. I think he's slipped out a little bit through that corner. DK's got some recovery to do. He's not too far off. He's only a few seconds away from Pretender. Race leaders starting to pull ahead a little. Tyjo appeared to have ran wide, but I think that may have been a tad bit of lag. Really needs to be able to just hold on to the tail of Vortex. If he lets him start to pull away, he's going to start ruining any opportunity to be able to get ahead of Vortex. He's going to lose that slipstream advantage. And with a nice amount of open track for Vortex, he's going to be able to start putting down some pretty solid laps. Okay, looking to make his way up through. Got around Gallon. Oh, is that Gallon that's just gone for a spin? The last corner. DK's recovered a couple of positions. He's going to have a run of Gallon here potentially. Gallon only just sneaks it back out in front of him. And Cliff managed to get around Head Farmer. I think Gallon may have ran a little wide, but he didn't lose much pace. Just let DK sneak on through. I'm sure Gallon may be having some car issues at the moment. Vortex still holds the race lead after taking it on lap 1. He's pushing that gap out further. I think too much pace. He's locked that car up. start to lose all turning once you start tapping those brakes. An open opportunity for Tyjo. Oh no, but the Vortex spins out. I think he may have clipped too much curb and it's put him into a spin. He's taken a fair bit of front end damage at front right. He's been hurt quite bad. Now he's moving aside. He has to carefully doesn't drop that into the dirt. Potentially spill out across in front of Coco. Okay, really skipping a beat while going side by side. Car off in the dirt. Tyjo is our race leader now. Really has some dramas. Gets off on a bad line on approach to the chicane. A little bit of object fixation. Figuera sees him go off on that same path, but he manages to pull it up in time for the chicane. That's now put him in nearly a second ahead of Philly. So I see Philly starting to feel a little bit of pressure from Coco. Coco's putting down some pretty tight, consistent laps. Getting him in the 138s. We have some 137s. I think Cliff, Vortex and Tyjo all get, and we're all getting in 137s on that previous lap. And see why, because they've made a heap of movement. That's Vortex going into the pits. That nice and quick, hopefully not too much length in getting those repairs done. Advertising markers on the side, scattered around the track. Steph moving them out of the road. Vortex back and underway now. Stay out of the pits again and survive these next 11 laps. Maybe able to recover a little bit. He's only 49 seconds away from race lead. That's 5 laps in. Farmer, a little wide, that's going to cost him some pace. It's going to open the door for Steph to get through. Not the easiest section of track to try and get around. Really heading into the pits as well. Okay, quickly closing in. Okay, so quickly moved up through the rungs over these 6 laps. Had a brilliant recovery from DK after going off track on turn 2. He's now moved up into position 4. And only 4 seconds away from Coco. Can definitely keep this pace up. The close in. Start looking at these top three. You can see Coco starting looking for an opening. Forcing a little bit of an error out of Wirra. You can see the last lap times. 140.7 by Wirra, 139.4 by Coco. Nice easy pass on the straight. Fantastic pace, just about to round up Wirra. We have Mick Cliff still laying down some very quick laps. His last lap at 138.5 was the quickest lap out there on that previous time around. Billy's just got the slow down penalty. Post-race time penalty be applied. Quiz time. We're quickly dropping away from Coco now. Coco's 3.7 seconds away from race lead Taijo. About 0.4 difference in pace at the moment. Going to take a fair few laps to round that in if they were to keep that pace up. Whereas pace dropped off significantly. Not sure if he's struggling with the car, if he may have some damage to the causing its pace to drop. Ooh. Issues for DK. Just trying to correct a little error of being a little bit of a distraction. Interesting sort of the car on the straight. Head Farmer heading and serving his pit. We got a few red numbers on the board at the moment. We're at the halfway point now, lap 8 of 16. Manages to move up the spot. PK in the pits. Gallen also deciding to pit. Coco closing in that gap now to Taijo. It's 4 times quicker on the previous lap. Looks like there's a bit of debris around that hairpin on the outside. Drivers going to have to be cautious. Staying out wide now. They're going to look for an outside pass. Get forced out to the outside. Things could get a little bit skatey out there. Okay, just lost it. I'm not sure whose car that was in ahead. I think that was Pretender. Pretender ran straight through and then Coco also followed. A fantastic drive for Taijo. Flying out at front at the moment. DK. Oh, that's very close to contact. I think it's Pretender coming out of the pits. Barely avoids Philly. He's a very hairy pit exit. DK. Fair bit of movement in these boards. Started up the front, swap back and around. And we had Steph move up into 5th position. Having a solid drive. Dives off into the pits now. Carries a heap of speed. Oh, Charjo. Had this issue on the last lap of qualifying as well. He's just quickly trying to get that car into the pits. He hasn't pit yet. I think there's some lag going on as well. It's some pretty weird stuff going on for his car at the same time. That allows Coco to take the race lead. He's only 3 seconds behind. He's going to have to head in and pit. That's some huge damage. That car is really struggling to drive this thing. I do believe he does it all on control still as well. It's going to be a mission to try and control this car. There he goes, bring him to the pits. Going to be in the pits for quite a while, and then we have Coco now, our race leader. We've got a bit of spacing, so we're just going to bring up the timings and see what these time penalties are. We have Philly wearing 3 seconds, Gallon 1 second, Vortex 5 seconds, and Pretender 10 seconds. The 10 second would have been speeding in pits. Tajo going to be in there for a little while. It's only 4 laps to go. We're going to have to try and shave off a fair bit on those laps to rein in Coco. Come back for DK to be sitting in 3rd now. Things are getting pretty close here. Gallon, Vortex and Mick. Vortex hot on the tail of Gallon. He's out for a move. It'll be hard to try and bring up in time for the chicanes. It's too wide, there's no room here. They were neck and neck for there. No way, both went off track, but they managed to keep it in. Oh, Mick's looking to be able to dive up through the inside. There's not a whole lot of room to do it. It's going to be pretty gutsy to make a move, try and get in between these two. drop back just a tad. Maybe a safe thing to do at this point. Oh, I'm not sure if there was contact there, if Gallen was just pushing it too hard. That was a pretty solid hit into the wall. The question will be whether he has to bring that car back into the pits. I think it's going to have to be. That's some solid damage. Gallen's going to be pretty furious with that. Trying to limp that car home. He's quickly closed in that gap on Coco now. Fudge after heading in for those repairs. Comes out in 7th. Just basically take a quick look at the standings. Lap 14, and Pretender currently in lap 12 in 11th position. Here goes Gallen. It's Gallen in 10th. Take a second pit stop. Billy in 9th. Jeff running 8th. Joe's in 7th, and I think he may have actually taken more damage again. That front end has taken another hit. The repairs should have put the front bar on, and it'll just show some buckling to the car still. And have Head Farmer in 6th. Cliff in 5th. Volchek's in 4th. DK P3. Whereas in P2, he served his pit requirement. Our race lead is Coco Dog. I believe he needs to head in for a pit. You're gonna have to do that this lap. You have to make that stop as quick as possible because he's got we're only 27 seconds away. Bring up that speed because he needs to keep as much speed as he can. Just gets it in. Oh, scrapes the wall on the way through. To have backed off a little bit. He was facing a little understeer. Packer's on his journey out. Look down. Well and truly ahead. Is that the head farmer having dramas with the car? No, it must be Gallen again. That's Steph. I think she may have been turned around as well. Gallen having dramas getting that car in into the pits. She's taken more damage. Having a lot of bad luck with that car in this back end. It's devastating to see. He's having some fierce battling with Vortex. Tyjo dealing with a damaged car. It's going to be a good opportunity for Head Farmer to try and get around on the final lap. Coco Dog doesn't have too much more to go. Now to bring in a win for the opening round and begin his journey into getting the $50 Pagnian voucher, courtesy of our sponsor Pagnian Advanced Simulation. Solid drive for Coco. Helen doing burnouts in the pits there as Coco crosses the line to take the top of the podium. Vera managing to be 5 seconds away to take position 2. Vortex takes P3. McCliff, good drive, taking 4th. DK makes a good comeback to get back up into position 5. It's going to cost him because he's got Tyjo only 3 seconds behind. He does have a damaged car. He's going to have to try and block him here to hold that position. It's going to be close here. DK just gets ahead of Tyjo, takes 5th. And Tyjo in 6th. Head Farmer across the line in 7th. Steph in 8th. Phillies. I think Phillies crossed the line in amongst all them. There's 10 seconds to get last laps done. Oh, might be enough time to see pretend to get across. We'll just get through, as Gala does. Smoke shows in pit lane. There we have results for opening round in Division 1. For the Pagnian Imports BMW M1 Procar Cup, and Coco Dog is our winner. And then also him in 2nd is Wira, and then Vortex in 3rd. And the rest of the standings is McCliff, DK, Tyjo, Head Farmer, Steph, Philly Minelli, Pretender, and Gallon. And the fastest lap of the race, I think, was a 1:36 by the looks of things. It's a very quick lap. That was actually done by DK, so a 1:36.981. So very quick indeed. So we'll be inviting in our podium finishers. So we'll have Coco, Wira, and Vortex in here in a moment. So we're joining in. We've got Wira and Vortex. Congratulations, guys, on the podium.
Yeah, thanks, JT.
A good drive, so a bit of a comeback after dropping back a bit on the first lap there, Wira.
Yeah, mate, I made a fair few mistakes. A bit rusty, mate. I haven't been on it for a while, so I made a fair few mistakes. And then, mate, I mucked up, mate, in the piss, mate. In the haste to try and pull the car up, I chucked it in reverse. And took me a while to work out, mate, why I wasn't going forwards. And but no, all in all, mate, good stuff, mate. Well done, Coco. Vortex, awesome, guys.
Yeah, good win, Coco.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen.
No, to be starting from midfield and just to pick your way through, so it was a fantastic run.
Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was just cruising along trying to stay in it, and yeah, everything unfolded.
Yeah, no, it worked out well, and good way to start off and head towards that $50 Pagnian voucher.
Yeah.
Might be able to be doing some shopping if you can keep that up.
Shit.
And then Vortex. A good finish on the podium, especially after that spin, after you're out in the lead and taking that damage as well, so to recover from that.
Well, was lost at one point.
Yeah, that was pretty solid hit, and then having to deal with that damage as well, so came back very good. Then you had a good tight battle, making your way back up through the rungs as well. I think there was nearly you, Mick, and Gallen almost 3 wide in a few spots.
Yeah, I almost took Gal out at one point in that last sector. It was a bit tight.
Yeah, it was you and Gallen 2 wide through the chicanes. There wasn't a whole lot of room for error there, so it could have gone badly for both of you, but it ended up paying off, so... Yeah, but congratulations, guys. It was an exciting race to watch, and a lot of movement throughout the field, and pretty much all of you just sort of made your way through the entire pack to get up towards that top end, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, cheers, JT, mate. Thanks.
No worries, and all the best of luck for next week as well, so it's going to be pretty exciting. So we're at Hockenheim, so a little bit more space on the track.
Yeah, look forward to it, mate. Can't wait. Hopefully, mate, I can do a bit better, mate. A bit rusty, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, get back into
Once
the
again,
groove.
mate, that's it, mate. Get back in the groove. And once again, Coco, congrats, mate. Well done. Great
Cheers,
drive,
bro.
mate. Vortex, well done, bro.
Yeah, thanks,
And just a shout out, mate. Sammy at home, mate. Resting up. See you soon, mate. I think it's a couple of weeks, mate. We should see him back on, so hope be good to see him on.
Good, see him back on track again.
Definitely, mate.
Yeah, well done, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, JT.
There we have our podium finishes with Coco Dog taking the win in the opening round, and then we're on P2 and Vortex in P3. And then, as I was mentioning, we will be heading to Hockenheim. So we'll be bring that up in a moment. So round 2 will be Hockenheim GP. So it's going to be some fantastic racing, seeing Division 2 and Division 1 thrash these BMW M1s around Hockenheim. So hit the follow button if you haven't done so already, so you can be notified when we go live. And then we do, of course, have more iRacing action on Monday night. So both our platforms having round 2 next week. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you trackside next time.